I've been working in technology, I don't know how many years, but since '96 or something, and in the gaming industry since 2004, when I joined a small studio called Sumea Interactive, and it had just got a big load of money at that time, and an investor straight from America. There was a guy called Trip Hawkins who came to Finland and to Europe to look for the best mobile gaming studio of Europe, and Sumea was there. There are actually a couple of my old colleagues also here, but Sumea became very soon a company called Digital Chocolate, and I was the HR there from start till finish. And Digital Chocolate was kind of like a motherlode of Finnish games, since many of the founders of the current Finnish games companies, including Supercell, met there. So all the founders of Supercell are originally from Digital Chocolate, and most of them from Sumea. Since I left studio life, I've been working as a recruiter. I've hired like hundreds of games developers, and then also other tech people to various roles. And I came to speak to you a little bit about how to find the best people to your team, or actually, like Mikael said earlier, the best people at that time, at that point of time, because I've seen like generations of salespeople, for example, going through, and then finally there was a point when we had the dream sales team of all times. The whole business plan changed from downloadables to 24/7 service model. So, and we had to let all of them go. Okay, there are some points of which I'm going to talk about, but I think let's say so that I'll try to give you something to take home at the end of my speech. So, agenda. But basically, let's talk about recruitment. I'm running a service called here is it like GameStop Finland, which is under the umbrella of Barona. And Barona is the biggest recruiter in Finland at the moment, and we are also in various other countries around Baltic Sea, including Russia. And GameStop Finland is kind of like a hub for all the companies, Finnish games companies, and then recruits to find each other. So I kind of like went to Barona and found the first Finnish games recruitment agency there. And I'm cooperating very much with local communities like IGDA, and then also Play Finland, Neo Games, and so forth, Aalto University of Executive Education, and so forth. So, like someone said, that in Finland we try to cooperate with each other. So we already realized a long time ago that there's no sense to steal from each other, because in order to get the business growing, we need to find people and get them on board somehow. And you can imagine that when we started 2004, the resources were pretty much unexisting. I think I heard last year something that in Russia, somebody said, or like someone asked that, how do you get your people? And someone said that okay, we find out who is the best developer of our competitor and try to steal him. So, but we skipped that part already a long time ago, because in order to grow fast, companies need to be thinking also out of the box, all sorts of ways to find people. But before you even can get to the point when you can actually get some people lined up and start to select, you need to be thinking, how do you present yourself, and how do you present, you need to know what you're looking for, and you need to know also what are you as a company, because the management is the mirror of the company, and how you present yourself. That's what shows to people that approach you. And if you are approachable, and if you feel like there is a reliable and something that people start coming to you, then starts the building of brand. And when you get the people, you start building culture and so forth. And this is kind of like listing of some sort of things that what is the best kick-off to a company. So this is about the founder team and those people that there are in the beginning. And of course there need to be certain things in place. So there is talent and ambition and vision and values and such. Usually there are those people with whom you found the company. They are those that you already knew before. They are probably the friends and fools that are around you and so forth. And then you need to define as a management team or as a founder team, what are you as a company? And then it's like a little bit, I try to irritate sometimes. There is it's like if you have some idea how you present yourself, how do you differentiate yourself as a company to the market, so then that starts to be, you can start calling yourself a brand, and then you may also create a culture. But then sometimes culture may go too far away, and then you become a cult, and that's not kind of like a good road. Or then you're just one of 100, or like one of the just another games company. That's fine also, but it's always important to attract the best people to create something unique. And employer brand, that's very important. So we get to the brand point. You can promise people, like when they think of employment, so you can promise people all sorts of things: money, title, rank, role, task, project, location, premises, promises. So you can have all the nice setting, but then everything comes down to the team, and then great founder team. And do you have some idea of the culture, and what are you as a company? And then I'm loaning my ex-colleague Ilkka Paananen, and they have, like Supercell has, extremely strong culture, and how they build their team. It's like they build their team the same way as the teams are built in sports, and they believe that the best people attract the best teams, or like the best team attracts the best people, and then product comes after the team. There are a couple of other very interesting teams also working in Helsinki, and I can say that there are some that have really vision, they have brand, and they have culture. But most of the companies, they are just another company. But then if you want to improve your own employer brand, you should focus to certain points. These are actually partially listed by LinkedIn. LinkedIn and it's kind of like a universal research that exists there. But first of all, you need to find out what is keeping your people in your team, and what is the company now and what is good in it. And very Finnish way, speak the truth and nothing but the truth. And you need to be also consistent when you are speaking about the company to the market, to the recruiter market. And if there is an imperfection in your company, and so you need to admit that, fail fast. In some companies they drink champagne when they fail. So it's not like hiding doesn't help you at all. And then when you're talking to recruit all these talents that are running outside there, you need to be able to personalize your message. You need to be able to speak to them and try to show what you are and be honest. And how do you attract the talents to come to you? So you can basically take the previous list and try to fix the things that were listed there. And also, like when you show your jobs and how you are as a team, so you need to be present in multiple channels. So it's not about just like that you throw your job description to your website, but you need to be all over, and all the people that are in your team, they have to be able to pitch the company. And then you need to be somehow approachable. There are some companies that have a reputation that, okay, I need to be able to wrestle if I get there, or they are heavy drinkers, or they do this, or they do that. So it may be intimidating to some people. Yeah, there is at least one wrestling company there in Helsinki. But it's kind of like done in a fun way, so don't worry. And then it's also like good to look at the candidates that your own staff is suggesting, because when you look at the quality of the recruitment, your own personnel usually knows the best, because they feel like that they are somehow responsible of those people that they have bring along, that they have brought along. Yeah. Yeah. So, but then a couple of words about what has changed in recruitment marketing. So you need to be very good in, you need to really think of targeting, then invest in outbound, build networks, and use the services and so forth. And then you need to also think of how to attract the passive candidates. And then if you really want to know what the talents are thinking, we are about to put together, we just sent out inquiry to the candidates that are following Games Jobs Finland and asked various questions. And there will be a blog out, and then also you can download the blog and then download the results of this inquiry a little bit later during the June. And if you want to hear more or talk to me, so please join my LinkedIn network.
Thanks a lot.